Welcome to Manna at the Tap, a podcast from Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we refer to the daily Bible reading as our spiritual manna. It nourishes our souls, fostering spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Today is Friday, October the 24th, 2025, in the 19th week after Pentecost during this season of ordinary time. This is a time, though, for us to live an extraordinary, disciplined life as we grow spiritually. The lectionary reading is from the New Testament book of Second Timothy, written by the Apostle Paul while he was in a dark, damp Roman prison just before his death. It's a personal letter of encouragement to Timothy, this young man whom he met during one of his missionary journeys. Paul was impressed by Timothy's strong faith that was nurtured by his grandmother Lois and his mother Eunice. And so he invited Timothy to join his ministry team. And now, after more than 20 years, Paul is about to be executed, and he has called on Timothy to continue the work of sharing the gospel with Christian communities. The lectionary reading is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 10 to 15. The Apostle Paul wants to make sure he covers everything Timothy needs to know so that he will be successful after his death. He wants Timothy to follow his example because Timothy has seen how he has lived. He has been part of Paul's team for a long time and has looked up to him. Their relationship has developed into a father-son bond. Timothy was to embrace the gospel as preached by Paul, follow his example, and teach the gospel to others. Paul lived simply and with integrity, and his lifestyle reflected his teachings. Timothy was to do the same. Paul's purpose and goal in life was to follow Christ and fulfill the mission Christ gave him to spread the gospel to everyone. And Paul didn't hesitate to do so. Timothy was also called to do the same. Paul sought to live a life of faith that pleased Christ in everything he did. However, he did not want to hide what sharing the gospel truly involved, which included periods of persecution and suffering. Timothy had seen how Paul faced these challenges. Now Paul wants Timothy to understand that he too will face persecution. And the best way to handle persecution was to be patient, loving, and enduring, even when the circumstances became tough. Paul reminded Timothy that the Lord had rescued him and would do the same for him. All he needed to do was to trust in God. Lastly, Paul reminded Timothy to continue in what he had learned about God from infancy and from the people who mentored him in the Holy Scriptures, as they would help him gain wisdom. Timothy felt sad, knowing the bond between Paul and himself would soon be broken by Paul's death. But he was thankful that Paul's written words would serve as a reminder on how to navigate the difficult times ahead.